Hello, Christ is in our midst. I'm Father Kevin Long of St. Elias, Antiochian Orthodox Church in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Today's Monday, October 18th, 2024, and here are the readings for today. A reading from St. Paul's letter to the Colossians, chapter 2, verses 13 through 20. Brethren, you who were dead in trespasses and the uncircumcision of your flesh, Christ made alive together with him, having forgiven us all our trespasses, having cancelled the bond which stood against us with its legal demands. This he set aside, nailing it to the cross. He disarmed the principalities and powers and made a public example of them, triumphing over them in him. Therefore, let no one pass judgment on you in questions of food and drink, or with regard to a festival, or a new moon, or a Sabbath. These are only a shadow of what is to come, but the substance belongs to Christ. Let no one disqualify you, insisting on self-abasement and worship of angels, taking his stand on visions, puffed up without reason by his sensuous mind, and not holding fast to the head, from whom the whole body, nourished and knit together through its joints and ligaments, grows with a growth that is from God. If with Christ you died to the elemental spirits of the universe, why do you live as if you still belonged to the world? A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Luke, chapter 17, verses 20 through 25. Let us be attentive. At that time, when Jesus was asked by the Pharisees when the kingdom of God was coming, he answered them, "The kingdom of God is not coming with signs to be observed, nor will they say, 'Lo, here it is,' or 'There,' for behold, the kingdom of God is in the midst of you." And he said to the disciples, "The days are coming when you will desire to see one of the days of the Son of Man, and you will not see it. And they will say to you, 'Lo there,' or 'Lo here.' Do not go, do not follow them. For as the lightning flashes and lights up the sky from one side to the other, so the Son of Man will be in his day. But first he must suffer many things, and be rejected by this generation. Glory to thee, our God, glory to thee." Just a real quick message today because I'm slightly under the weather, but I want you to take a look at today's gospel reading and apply it to a lot of the theories that we have going on around today. We live in a time, especially here in America, when we think that somehow we're really close to the end of the world. Well, to be perfectly honest with you, people have felt that way for generations, if not centuries. So what are we to take from this? Well, the first thing is be careful. Don't just think that something's going to happen because things are worse now than they've ever been or something like that. Things have always been bad. Things have always been good. And it is truly a matter of perspective. One needs to determine, do the blessings outweigh the curses? And most of the time, what are those curses anyway? As I was growing up as a child, I remember air raid sirens and threats of nuclear annihilation and things like that. And although most of those concerns have faded away, certainly during that time, we looked at that and said, wow, things have never been as bad as they are now. And now we live in a time of unrest. And I've heard many people say things are worse now than they ever have been. So these kinds of things are not all that helpful unless they enable you to do one thing. That one thing is be ready, to prepare. It is always a good thing to be ready for Christ to come because we are supposed to be acting as if we were ready for Christ to come. We're supposed to be doing that by our nature. We're supposed to be doing the things that are well-pleasing to God. Not because he's coming to deal out justice, but because it's the right thing to do as Christians. And so when we look at today's reading, we need to understand that he's calling us to have a reserve about how we choose to see how things are going right now. But that does not take away from the situation
the need for us to do the things that are pleasing to God. So let's do that. And to be perfectly honest, if we do that, then we have absolutely nothing to worry about. Whatever may come, we will be ready. Well, God bless you. Have a great day, and God willing, we'll see you tomorrow.